In the heart of Southeast Africa lies a small country known as the Republic of Malawi. While in recent years Malawi has been a relatively peaceful country, it ranks as one of the least developed and most impoverished countries in the world. Though a growing percentage of Malawi's 15 million residents are moving into the cities, 85% of Malawians still reside in rural villages. Within a 20-mile drive southeast of the capital city of Lilongwe, you'll find the town of Natenji. Travel another 9 kilometers along the dirt road off the main highway, and you'll reach the village of Chamadenga. Chamadenga is one of 85 villages outside Natenji where 13,000 residents live. Among them are over 650 orphans and over 1,250 vulnerable children, children living in poverty at risk of malnutrition, child labor, and even child trafficking. Life expectancy at birth is less than 50 years. Between 20 to 30% of these children are also victims of HIV/AIDS. No permanent aid organization existed to serve those living in Chamadenga until recently. One resident sought to change that. In 2005, the Lord led Stanley Chiboda to start Bright Vision Orphan Care. The name Bright Vision was chosen to emphasize the bright future ahead for the children of these villages. Throughout the week, it seeks to meet both physical and spiritual needs through different ministries. From Monday through Friday, 8 to 10:30 a.m., Bright Vision runs a nursery school ministry. Here, 2 to 5-year-olds can come to receive a morning devotional, lessons in English, Chichewa, health education, Bible, and math. Following the daily school program, Bright Vision serves porridge to its students, as most children come from families and villages too poor to provide food for their own children throughout the day. In fact, many older students from the primary schools sometimes crowd the programs in hope of getting food. Since there are no lunch programs at the public schools, the vast majority of students go to school without any food until evening. When the nursery school ministry first began, it received about 40 children per day. Now it averages between 85 to 105, some who walk from up to 4 kilometers in each direction by themselves. The nursery school has become so effective that on June 17, 2008, the Lord led volunteers in Nandawe, a village just a few kilometers away, to start the Child Basic Care Center, a sub-branch of Bright Vision. There, a similar nursery school ministry runs, with 110 orphans and vulnerable children registered. In addition to the nursery school ministry, Bright Vision runs a feeding program on Saturdays for children of all ages. Here, children receive a full meal, usually composed of nsima, Malawi's staple starch made from maize, along with beans and water. Mostly all the food is supplied by gardens planted by Bright Vision. Before and after the feeding program, teachers will provide lessons and devotionals for the children to encourage their spiritual growth. Even after the feeding program ends, many children will stay just to play games and enjoy their Saturday afternoon. While many come to Bright Vision for its programs, Bright Vision is also aware that many of the needs lie within the other 84 surrounding villages it is reaching out to. One of the greatest and most basic needs here is for clean water. Within the past year, Bright Vision had a well installed at its headquarters. Prior to its completion, the second nearest well was over a half-mile walk away. In many of the neighboring villages, however, the water situation is far worse. Wells are constantly in need of renovation or redigging, especially during Malawi's dry seasons. Residents of one village were left with only this well as the only source for water within 5 kilometers. With no other options, villagers are forced to use this water for both drinking, cooking, and bathing. Bright Vision has assisted local villages by encouraging outside well building organizations to dig and build wells within these villages. Bright Vision has also been active in the planting and preserving of trees within the villages. Deforestation has become one of the country's most looming threats, with complete deforestation estimated to arrive by 2017 if wood consumption continues at its current rates. Last year, Bright Vision planted 200 trees within its villages. Another one of Bright Vision's ministries to the community is its home-based care ministry. Every week, teams of 10 go into the villages to look for the sick and the needy, bringing food, medicine, and help to those who are unable to make it to Bright Vision. The home-based care ministry also actively promotes equal rights for HIV/AIDS victims by talking with village leaders who only give government food coupons to non-HIV sufferers within the village, since they don't see the point of helping HIV/AIDS victims who are terminally ill. Finally, Bright Vision also reaches out to the village youth. Recently, they started the Kunyande Youth Club. The youth club provides a place for teens to stay active and busy and to learn about Christ. They perform dramas to educate others about HIV/AIDS, develop teamwork by playing on Bright Vision's soccer team, and even find ways to generate income for Bright Vision. Most recently, the youth have created 2 mushroom gardens. The revenue is used to help support future Bright Vision projects. Within the last couple years, Bright Vision has also provided scholarship money so that students in financial need can continue their education in hope of attending college or attaining higher skill-level jobs. The majority of students who drop out of school do not do so because of lack of intellectual ability, but rather because of lack of financial ability. Last year, Bright Vision helped support 33 students, 8 of whom graduated and completed their final exams. Bright Vision's hope is that by the year 2020, 90% of its needy children would have access to standard health services and quality education. This is the ministry of Bright Vision. God has used this ministry to do a great work, and Lord willing, more work is yet to come. Pray for Stanley and the Bright Vision staff, that God would continue to spread His kingdom within the villages surrounding Chamadenga.